is indeed a gendered issue. When it comes to trade, especially trade blind policies, they can impact negatively on women or maybe on men as well. So trade policies are actually a gendered issue. This is because women as they are actually even not a homogeneous group. Women are different, they vary according to the demographics. So it's not really one size fits all. So that's why there's been research as to how certain policies with good intentions to advance everyone, but to find that women will be left behind because the policies themselves won't have had that gender dimension, that gender outlook to whatever is being designed. And as a result, the outcome does not tie, it doesn't become sync with the intentions of the policy. So it has been, research has discovered that it is worthwhile for policies to be gender mainstreamed. As far as education is concerned, that is one of those areas where our women need to be empowered. Our women remain in the informal sector because of the lack of skills, and also because of the multiple roles they play within an economy. You would appreciate it that in any given economy, the woman will have more than one role to play. They are traders, they are producers, and when they are producers, let's say in an agricultural setting, most of them, they remain subsistence farmers. They are taxpayers as well. They are workers. If you go to the Oxfam reports of 2018, it was discovered that the international trade, despite its good intentions, the wealth that was created was actually in the hands of 1%, a mere 1%, and the rest of the 99 people remained behind. Why is that so? It's because the policies, when policies are designed, they're actually blind to gender mainstreaming.
So, hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So when we talk about gender mainstreaming, can you be specific and give us an area you think we should be looking at as a people that have culture? Because women in Africa are meant not to be heard, but to be seen. When it comes to business, you have even international trade. We talk about informal sector dominated by women. These are petty women that their whole lot. But when you want to talk about scaling up international trade, you don't find women there because they have a lot of issues to battle. So let me say we want to include women. Specifically, where do you want us to include them in this new phase we are talking about?
Thank you. What we mean by gender mainstreaming is actually going out there. The first part of it all is to have informed data. The data becomes the main currency in empowering women. I'll give you an example, Sen. Despite that the women are hidden faces, but their work is out there. We can all see. No one can dispute with me that the women have been actually been economic drivers in African economies. What I'm saying is that if you look at statistics, there's the recent World report, the World Bank report. It has actually given detail. Let's look at Rwanda and the borders between Rwanda and Uganda. We've got about 40,000 traders crossing those borders daily. And the majority of those people crossing those borders daily are the women. And we look at SADC. In SADC, 85%, in fact, in the whole of Africa, 85% of employment is formalized. And within SADC, 70% of cross-border trade is mainly done by women. So then your question is, how then do we gender mainstream? What we'll be saying is that we know that these are the vulnerable groups. How do we empower them? I liked it when Atisha spoke about harmonization. In the first place, let's talk about the constituents of the women border traders, the SST, the small scale border traders. What sort of challenges do they come across when doing their business? You find that most of them, they don't even have the information relating to trade. So that's the first port of call, that they need to be educated. They need to know what entails those borders. Some of those border posts, they are actually intimidating, as it were. And as a result, they become victims of untoward elements who are found at border posts. So how do we do that? How do we overcome that? I've spoken about trade information. And secondly, trade facilitation. That's broad, but maybe zoning it out to women. What we are saying is that the facilities at border posts, they must be there to actually enable women to trade safely. If you look at our border posts, in the SADC, we've got a border post like Beitbridge. It's open for 24 hours. And when you get there, there are no women there because it's not friendly for the women. So we are saying, let's have trade facilitation measures, some of which can be harmonization of customs procedures, as it were. And when you talk about trade agreements as well, I'm happy that there is already a procedure that is supposed to actually benefit women, which is called the simplified trade regime. This actually enables women to enjoy their trade as they go through the borders. What it simply means is that they can enjoy the reduced rates which are actually prevailing, provided those two countries have got a trade agreement.